Whoa, wait a second, this thing's getting started fast!
Toe-based Suicida. Project MONIX is not waiting for the bell to ring. He has his sights on Braven Jacobs and the ace of freelance, Isaias Velazquez.
He's got to even the odds right now. This is a no-holds-barred contest. There's nothing preventing those men from staying out there as long as the referee allows.
Yeah, I think Project MONIX is going to kick them out himself.
MONIX getting rid of the Freelance Wrestling Academy top prospects.
Yeah, they're out of our vantage point now. We don't know what's going on. Oh, flying knee landed by Isaias Velazquez. Oh no, he did this in May. Isaias Velazquez hit this in May.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus!
God, what a backdrop!
Backdrop onto the stage, the lower back crumpling. Absolutely crumpling as Isaias Velazquez landed on the stage.
Zach, I'm going to need to borrow that chair because my back is absolutely shattered seeing that.
God.
I mean,
he landed on like 3 different parts at different times. That was awful.
I mean, look at the intensity on the face of the project.
Now, Kim, let's take them through the complete story here. MONIX left. He had to.
14 months.
He left for a while, 13 months, like you said. And he's developed and become this whole new entity. He took the experiences that he gathered and he's just enhanced them. He's turned them all the way up. Not sure exactly how, but we're seeing that on display right now. He returns in May to Freelance Wrestling in the Freelance Rumble.
Lasts an hour.
He lasted over an hour. He eliminates Isaias Velazquez, the self-proclaimed ace of Freelance Wrestling.
Oh, he's more than self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
I might not like him, but he's the ace of freelance.
The proof is in the pudding. And then Isaias comes right back in the match and eliminates Project MONIX.
But does more.
And then some. He goes to that stage. He delivers a Hammer of Dawn on the neck of MONIX as he flies now.
Pat MONIX launching himself to Isaias Velazquez. And for the last few months, these two men have been embroiled in a rivalry that has defined this company. The likes of Braven and Jacobs and Effie jumping into their matches. They've wrestled 4 times already.
The Freelance people have taken to MONIX. He extends his hand every single time he comes to the Logan Square Auditorium, telling him, take my hand, come alongside me.
But we talked.
And this has been a journey for MONIX.
But we talked about the project and the phases. To beat Isaias Velazquez, that would be maybe arguably the biggest bit in the database of self-improvement and self-learning for Pat MONIX. As he clasped around that chair, and Isaias Velazquez responds with a chair of his own.
Again, a no-holds-barred match.
Yeah, I would say not only are holds not barred, clearly weapons are not barred either.
Chair shot's a hold though, right?
Let me put you in a chair shot. How about that?
I mean, just look at the stare down between these two men.
Respect for MONIX allowing Isaias to get back in the ring. Isaias, though,
just throws the chair to Isaias Velazquez. And let's delve just a little bit deeper. When Pat MONIX returned, you have to feel like as he lands a chair shot to the back of Isaias Velazquez, that Isaias Velazquez saw a threat to being the ace of freelance, to being the one that defines his company, belt or not belt. It's always been Isaias' company, and I think when he saw in Pat MONIX is someone who can succeed him, and he went, not today, not in my watch, not when I'm still here. And Pat MONIX saying, yes, I am going to dethrone you.
As MONIX now affixes that chair in the corner, paintbrushes Velazquez.
Then lands a forearm, then lands another shot, landing shots after shot after shot after shot after shot after shot.
Frustration is pouring out of MONIX.
Month after month, MONIX has tried to get his hands on Isaias Velazquez as MONIX affixes another chair.
I was going to say 0-2 in singles contest so far since Isaias Velazquez lost in June. He lost in a tag team match in August. The only time a team with Pat MONIX beat a team with Isaias Velazquez was last month in that 8-person elimination tag match. But in that match, Isaias pinned Pat MONIX, so even then, he can't feel like he's been satisfied. Tonight is his night. If he's going to make a statement, it has to be tonight, and he has to beat Isaias Velazquez. Velazquez.
Oh, man.
But maybe he's been overzealous because he really wants to prove that point, and that led to him crashing onto those 2 chairs.
Jesus just rams MONIX's face first into both of those chairs. Isaias with the delayed drop kick with the chair.
Hesitation drop kick with the assistance of that steel folding chair by the ace of freelance, Isaias Velazquez.
You can see the ace feeling that ace of freelance right now.
Isaias Velazquez, easily the gold standard here in Chicago wrestling. Former two-time freelance wrestling world champion. As now, what is he grabbing there?
We've upgraded from chairs and we're going to doors.
Oh my God.
Look, tonight's one of those nights. These two men know what this match means. There might not be a belt on the line, but there's a legacy on the line.
You're right, K-Mel. It is a great opportunity for Isaias Velazquez to put away Project MONIX for good.
Isaias can cement his name. I'm the ace of freelance. He wins. Oh my God. Pat MONIX is bleeding like a pig.
Those steel chairs are no joke.
Unreal.
The risk is always there. Catch
the message Isaias Velazquez wants to send is being painted clearly on the forehead of the project.
As Isaias now may have given MONIX a target. Oh! As he lands that drop kick.
High elevation drop kick. Pin here. But Pat MONIX kicks out at 1. I mean, but as you said, I mean, there's you busted him open. I mean, there's something to say for that. But at the same time, I mean, if there's anything that will wake up Pat MONIX even more, it's having to see his own blood.
Wait a second, Velazquez now going to the ring, maybe again like a wrench.
That is a wrench. Isaias Velazquez doesn't just want to win tonight.
Come on.
Digging into the forehead of MONIX.
He is trying to make a permanent statement to Pat MONIX, and he wants Pat MONIX to always have a reminder of what tonight was, with that wrench trying to brand it onto Pat MONIX.
Look at the blood all over the back of Isaias now.
I think Isaias enjoys having the blood of Project MONIX on him as well. Forearm chop by Project MONIX, trying to fight back.
Rearing back some fierce as MONIX now.
Got caught though. Shots to the gut. He's got that sleeper. Remember, I mean, there's a lot of blood loss already. That makes that sleeper hold even more effective.
How many times have you seen MONIX bleed though? I mean,
that's a blood choke to a guy that's already bleeding.
Yes, and I'm sure MONIX is shocked, or in shock. This is not something that happens to him very often. It's not like he's working deathmatch.
MONIX goes through, right under the door. Belly to belly suplex.
That's it.
But MONIX
able to kick out.
Where does he get it?
That's what being Project MONIX means to him. That's what Face Today means to him. That's what this pursuit of self-improvement is, never giving up, regardless of the circumstances. Isaias Velazquez clamps back into that rear naked choke.
I like this strategy by Isaias. Take more and more of the energy out of Project MONIX to the point where he can't even continue in this match.
And we might just about reach that point.
This might be it.
MONIX is out. That's it. Let's get the ambo in here. Get this carcass out of the ring.
You spoke too soon, Sterling.
Bite my tongue. MONIX now.
Project MONIX landing elbows to the gut, firing up, but once again gets caught. Lifts him up though.
Man.
Lands the back suplex.
Drops him right on that chair.
And I mean, it's a picture, but look at the picture. It almost looks like he has that face today mask. The blood has drenched so much of his face that it resembles the mask he usually adorns to the ring. That tells you the amount of punishment he's taken in this contest.
The freelance faithful are willing it so, but MONIX has got to capitalize now.
Rolls through. Gets the clothesline. A second clothesline. Ducks that line. Has him up. Lands the knee. Project MONIX trying to gather momentum as he clasps that chair. Puts it right on the freelance logo. Hits the leg lariat bulldog.
Cover, 1, 2.
Isaias Velazquez kicks out at 2.
Looking to return the favor, cracks Isaias Velazquez's head first on that steel chair.
But Sterling, everything we said about Project MONIX's resiliency and the fact that he's going to go as far as it needs to go to win, I feel like you could say the same thing for Isaias Velazquez. Isaias Velazquez has that same, the same drive. It means just as much to both of them.
You're right about that. MONIX now on the outside looking for tools of destruction.
Bring out another chair. We've got 3 chairs now in the ring. A 4th one being introduced. Project MONIX now building his structure, hoping to put Isaias Velazquez away.
I do not like where both of these individuals are, but I mean, you have to go through these lengths, Zach. You have to go through these lengths to put away someone that has chased you and followed you all year.
That's exactly right. This harkens to me to the I Quit matches we've seen here in Freelance, where at some point you have to lay all the rules aside and set it out so that it's done once and for all. And
Project MONIX on the middle turnbuckle. He has Isaias Velazquez up there. What could he possibly be looking for? Back elbows landed by Isaias Velazquez. He disassembles that structure and uses one of those chairs to just toss it onto the forehead and skull of Pat MONIX.
MONIX is really, he's got to try and get down. I think he's dizzy.
I mean, it's hard to believe that he's still going with the amount of blood he's lost. I mean,
that blood is just draining from the skull of MONIX.
I mean, between the blood loss, between the rear naked chokes, and then the high impact maneuvers to the head. I mean, you've got to wonder, I'm sure Pat MONIX's head is spinning the entire time. This is him going on instinct.
Velazquez, though, going back to the depot to get some more wood from the shed.
I was going to say assembling a similar structure, but this time, though, introducing a door. We have 4 chairs and a door.
Wow. They don't teach you this in shop.
I mean, Isaias is looking to not just put the finishing touches. I mean, he is looking to end Project MONIX.
I'm so surprised at how. Wait.
This might be Hammer of Dawn. He's looking for the Hammer of Dawn.
It all.
He's looking for a Hammer of Dawn under that door. MONIX, though, landing shots, forearm shots landing over and over and over again. To say we're in a precarious position is an understatement. You can see the Project MONIX signaling that he is not interested in using that door.
MONIX has something else in mind.
Because he thought it was an even more dastardly way to place Isaias Velazquez's back onto sharp objects.
The only time I see chairs back to back like that is for musical chairs, and I don't think that's what's going to happen here.
I mean, he's looking to make Isaias Velazquez's spinal column sink.
Well, and it's a man with a history of spinal injury too. This is not
any lengths. These men are going to any lengths.
Isaias, though, battling back. MONIX in a precarious spot.
Oh!
Good Lord! Project MONIX is back. Landed up. Shiranu.
That's it!
Basement super kick, and we know what the trifecta is here.
No pun intended. This is the final phase for MONIX. As Velazquez now looking for that double stomp. Connect!
Damn!
It's done, ladies and gentlemen.
3.
Project MONIX will never, ever stop.
MONIX able to kick out Isaias Velazquez. Has no clue what it's going to take to put away Project MONIX.
Brother, I have no clue what it's going to take. This is ridiculous.
MONIX
back elbow. A third back elbow using the chair now.
Wait. We know Isaias has had neck problems in the past.
Right under that turnbuckle. I mean, violence. This match has been just entirely violent.
How is MONIX standing right now? The amount of blood loss, the damage to his back and lower lumbar.
It's the project. That's why he's standing.
That project mentality.
The constant search of self-improvement. It's Isaias Velazquez. I mean, he's struggling.
Gentlemen, for two people that you know are not normally in this type of matchup, you've seen some very innovative things. Have you not?
Isaias is struggling.
I'm concerned for Isaias right now, guys.
He's not. He does not seem to be there. We talked about the neck injuries. Unfortunately, I mean, you hate to speculate, but
I mean, if Isaias can't continue, I completely respect that.
yeah, unfortunately, sorry guys.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go check on Isaias real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether or not you know it, Isaias Velazquez does have a history of neck problems. He had a near career-ending injury not long ago. And
Wait a sec.
Oh God damn it! That son of a bitch! That son of a bitch!
Hammer Dawn!
To exploit everyone's concern for his health, to steal this victory!
The freelance faithful are on their feet.
Project MONIX somehow kicking out, but Braven and Jacobs back in the ring, and I mean just the unfairness. What has defined this rivalry for months is the absolute unfairness of it. Isaias Velazquez resorting to every cheap tactic to get one over on Pat MONIX, and to use his serious injury that everyone in this building had to see him go
Wait
through.
a second, though. Other students now from the Freelance Wrestling Academy.
That's Davey Bang and August Matthews trying to even up the numbers.
And, you know, God bless. I mean, who else would have come to Pat MONIX's aid?
But prior to that, MONIX now, his hands taped behind his back, and that's all Isaias Velazquez needed.
And he received a
I mean, we said going to any lengths, but I cannot believe Isaias Velazquez went to those lengths, basement super kick,
The impact on that.
to make his statement.
MONIX's head was rocked back. I don't know how he's going to recover.
With that patented look of defiance on the Project MONIX. Square and circle DDT, Hammer of Dawn number 2.
And MONIX, I think just from momentum, roll to the outside. That was really the saving grace there for MONIX, because the Hammer of Dawn 2.0 put away a number of individuals.
I mean, we talked about earlier, both men were going to go to any lengths. I think that's clear.
Speaking of lengths, we saw this back in May.
May 17th of this year. This is how this rivalry started. That Hammer of Dawn on the stage.
MONIX, though.
Oh, man.
Final phase DDT.
Final phase on the stage. But remember, you can't get a pinfall on the outside. It's a no disqualifications match. It is not a false count anywhere match. He's going to have to get Isaias Velazquez in the middle of the ring if he wants to capitalize on that final phase.
I don't like this strategy, though, from MONIX. He should have rolled him in the ring and try and get the victory, but, I mean, we've seen Isaias before. We know better. It's going to take a little bit more than that to put away Isaias Velazquez.
I mean, are we diminishing what a final phase on a stage can do to a man? Remember, earlier on, Pat MONIX said he didn't want to use the door. That was the one thing he wasn't going to use, but it looks like after everything that's transpired, he, like Isaias Velazquez, will go to absolutely any lengths.
This may indeed be the final phase. I mean, if you haven't submitted your match of the year ballots yet, this match should be on there.
I don't think they give a damn about match of the year. This is about two men that need to prove a point to each other. This is as primal as it gets.
Where's MONIX going?
I I mean, I think we can safely assume he's not done with this contest, so there's
hope
going
he's
to be
not done with
another
it.
instrument. Oh, God, no.
Is it chips? It's got to be chips, right?
I think it's a bag of cocaine.
Project MONIX having that bag of thumbtacks adorned on that door, being held together by those 4 chairs.
And a bag of broken glass as well.
I mean, it's starting to get uncomfortable, guys. I mean, it got uncomfortable a while ago, but it's getting even more uncomfortable.
It's about to be uncomfortable for somebody.
These 2 men are willing to do permanent damage to each other's career to make their statement. Project MONIX, top rope.
I'm not exactly sure what were in those files, but something about MONIX has them take it to another dimension.
We're done. This is over.
1, 2, 3, MONIX!
For one night at least, the project is complete. Project MONIX gets his first victory over Isaias Velazquez in one of the most violent matches in the history of this company.
Good heavens.
Sterling, I am a little uncomfortable about the lengths these men had to go to make their statement. But what are your thoughts on Project MONIX versus Isaias Velazquez?
I knew when it was announced these 2 individuals were going to go to whatever length it took to get them off of each other's radar. And I didn't think they would go this far. We saw chairs, we saw doors, we saw thumbtacks, we saw glass, and we saw that stage that started it all.
I mean, Zach, I am worried about the health of both of these men. I mean, this is the type of match, as you see Project MONIX.
If you haven't taken MONIX's hand yet, take it now and come along for the ride.
Both these men's careers, though, are going to be changed after this match.
In a number of ways.
Absolutely.
Physically, but also imagine the confidence boost in Project MONIX. The man that has been his foil for the entire time as he gives out that primal scream to finally get one
What a
on
match.
the ace of freelance.